Welcome to another pick a card reading, and let me just congratulate everyone for finally making it to September. I've actually been waiting really long for summer to end, so for those of you who love summer, enjoy your last few breaths of it as spooky season is just around the corner. So today we are finding out what is being kept from you. So this could be something that is intentionally being kept from you by someone, or something in your life, like spiritually, or something you cannot obtain yet, whatever it may be. Okay, so pick your group. You can choose more than one. And once you have selected the pile, go to the timestamps in the description box, click on the group that you chose, and it will take you to your reading. So I will see you there. Welcome, group one. So what is being kept from you? Okay, seashells, divination, wisdom shells. I have no idea how to pronounce that, so I'm not going to try. So some sort of insight. Perhaps your insight is blocked at this current time, or some of you might be choosing some sort of divination method that actually isn't right for you, and the universe is trying to keep you from it. You got the mirror. Know thyself, self-examination, seeing who you really are. So you're basically being kept from seeing the real image of yourself, perhaps because you're in denial, or due to your ego or your stubbornness. But it's like you're not being shown your true image, or you're not seeing the real picture of who you are. For example, this could be like someone who looks in the mirror and they're healthy weight, but they see themselves as fat, or they see themselves as too skinny, or they think or believe they're something else than what they were born as, right? So it's like you're not seeing a true reflection of who you really are. There's some sort of illusion or distortion that is being presented to you, or that maybe you are choosing to see. Starship Captain, I will lead others with confidence and humility. Okay, so this could be a lack of confidence, and it's like your natural purpose possibly is to lead. Whether you are supposed to be some sort of teacher or a guide, or just a sort of role you have within your life. It's like you're supposed to be someone that actually leads others, but this is being kept from you because of possibly a lack of confidence, self-esteem. It's like all of these are connected. The Navigator, I will take control of my own destiny. How interesting. It truly reads like a story, right? Because some sort of insight here is being kept from you. Okay, and like I said, it will be different for everyone. This sort of insight might be some kind of information that you literally don't have, or that you are burying deep inside yourself because you don't want to face it. Whatever it is distorting the real reflection, or the real perspective, or something that you have, which is preventing you from taking the role in your life that you should be taking, which in result prevents you from taking on your true purpose. And it all leads to just that one thing that you are either unwilling to face, or that the information is being kept from you by someone else. But just that information alone, that insight, is rooted with how you are seeing things or perceiving them or something. So keep track of that. And interesting, what is being kept from you is your true power. Okay, so figure out in your own life, for you personally, what aspect of your life is this coming from? Where is your true power being kept? Is it in a workspace? Is it in family? Is it within a relationship? Is it just within yourself? Because a lot of people don't want to admit the truth of who they really are, what they really want, or even to face their own demons. And because of that, they cannot step into their true purpose, because they haven't cleared and swept away the debris, the darkness, the inner demons, the baggage, the memories, whatever it is, they have not healed it yet because they don't want to face it. Either because their ego doesn't want to face the shame or the guilt, even if they themselves haven't done something wrong, but just having that thing happen to them could put them in a place of shame or guilt, right? So facing that insight, facing the truth of what truly is and not what you want it to be, it will help you see things so much more clear, which will then sort of put you on that path of where you actually need to be. Okay, so group one, your advice here is that you need to maintain emotional control. You need to work on controlling your emotions a lot better, okay? Because that alone is going to set you into motion to keep moving forward, and not just physically, but mentally as well. Because currently it's like you're stagnant and you have so much that is weighing you down in your own mind, okay? But this is going to propel you further once you face whatever it is you need to face, once you start controlling yourself. And it's going to reward you in the long run. Underneath the deck here, you have the High Priestess. So you will then step into your true self, your true power. Okay, because you cannot know thyself if you are seeing a distorted image. Okay, you cannot know truth if what you choose to see or what you do see is a lie or an illusion. Okay, you cannot then see the truth. So facing what truly is going to set you free and onto a path of, your true purpose and destiny. Okay, so that is all I have for you. Remember that I do personal readings, so if you want to gain more insight into this specific topic or another, if there's something else that is going on and you need more information on, or clarity, or even solutions, feel free to go to the description box down below, check out the links, everything will be linked down there, and I will see you next time. Hello group 2, welcome to your reading. So let us see what is being kept from you at this time. You have energy field adjustment, aura cleansing, and health. So I would suggest, especially now that that summer is going away and the cooler months are coming in, there is that adjustment within our own bodies that has to go through. This is why, flu season is a thing, is because our bodies are trying to get used to a new season, right? It's going from these like warm and hot type of months, and then it switches into the cold, right? And so many people are not, you cannot easily, let's say, adjust to the sudden change. So that is why our bodies tend to get, sick or have colds or flus or viruses or whatever, is because it needs time to adjust into that new season. And going from hot to cold is like a very like an intense transition, right? It's not going from spring to summer, right? Because it's like it's an easier transition than it is from hot to cold. Especially live in a country where there is no in between seasons, right? It's like maybe a week of fall or spring, but then it goes from like summer to maybe some mild cooler temperatures, but then it just hits into winter, right? That sudden shift, of course, is going to cause havoc in your own body. Okay, so I would suggest to try and, go get like your medical exams and tests and such, just to see that everything is okay. Like your blood work done and things like that. Um, because there could, I'm not trying to scare you, but like, just in case if something is there that you're not aware of, it's better to catch it early on so that it can be treated right away, rather than, have the issue worsen and then try to cure it when, it's a lot more harder to do. It's basically the difference between trying to fix a small leak in a pipe as opposed to fixing like a pipe that literally like burst fully, right? It's that sort of a difference. What else do you have? You got the scientist. I will share my creativity with the world. Okay, so I see that for some of you it's that fire. So it's some sort of artistic expression that is being kept from you, but why though? Right? Is it because of your own self-doubts? Is it because someone is telling you to choose another path? The mountain woman. I'm capable, independent, and will rely on myself. Okay, so your independence is being challenged, I see. And you got seasickness, imbalance, sensitivity, toxicity, cleansing, environmental tension. Okay. When this card popped out when I was shuffling, I thought for a moment, the first thing that came to mind is that possibly something is being hidden from you health-wise, right? That's why I also mentioned with this aura cleansing that you should check your health just in case, which I do advise you to do. But for some of you, it seems that it is your own environment that is toxic to you. Perhaps if you live with your parents, maybe they are trying to steer you in another direction and they don't believe in what it is you actually want for yourself. Right? It's like you're more into maybe doing, work with your hands, some sort of crafting, inventing, something like that, or art in general, but you lack the independence because either it is being taken from you and you need to listen to someone else because, their house, their rules type of thing, or if this is a partner situation, maybe they are dominant and feel the need to tell you what to do. Or this could also be that you yourself lack the confidence to take on this sort of creative path because of your toxic environment, something that either has been programmed onto you or that you just lack the motivation for because you don't feel great where you are at the moment. Okay, so group 2. The advice here for you, something you do need to remember, is that you have the power, the magic within yourself, okay? It hasn't flown away from you. You haven't lost it. It's just possibly buried deep down inside of you, and you need to remove the clutter. Okay, Spirit here, I'm getting goosebumps. Spirit here is suggesting that despite your hardships and what you're going through at this current time, or that you have gone through for years now because of your environment, use that, whether it's anger, whether it's depression, whether it's feeling like you're stuck, use those emotions, those feelings, in order to put it into some sort of project. Okay, so for example, if you are someone that likes to draw, okay, draw those emotions. However you are feeling, however your situation makes you feel, put it in a visual way. If you are into music production, put it in a song, okay, so that the viewer, the listener, the observer, the reader, so that they, when they see your work or when they hear your work, they will feel that raw emotion through your craft. Okay, let your current situation, or even some sort of trauma or struggle you had from the past that still bothers you to this day, let that fuel your creative spirit. Okay, because art doesn't have to be happy. Art doesn't have to be joyful and bubbly and cute. Art can be raw, it can be dark. Okay, whatever natural thing you feel, art is that expression where you can express it in a very healthy way to release it from you. Okay, so let that fuel you. Spend more time with yourself to reflect and to work on this. Okay, underneath the deck, you got the World card. So this will center you. This will bring you back to your core, to your true creative spirit. Okay, so don't think that you need to escape your environment just to create something fun that people will love. There are people out there that are struggling as well. And when they read your words, when they see your painting, or they hear your song, whether it's instrumental or with lyrics, they are going to feel like they're being seen. They're going to connect with that art form, that medium, and they will feel it in their core. And for once, they're going to feel like they resonate with something in this world. Okay, so don't just allow these moments to slip by. Feel that rawness and engage. Create. Okay, that is how you're going to get your independence. So if you need more insight on this topic or any other, whether it's a solution you need, whether it's clarity, guidance, whatever you feel that you're in need of, you can book a reading with me to find that solution, that clarity that you need. Okay, all the links in the description box below. Check them out, and I will see you next time. Hello, Group 3, and welcome to your reading. Let us see what is being kept from you at this time in your life. You got Time and Tide, Oceanic Spells and Rituals. You got the Highwayman, I am determined and I will keep trying. And you got the coconut. Effort, nourishment, reward, patience, inner riches, persistence. It feels like this group, what is being kept from you is possibly patience itself. It seems like some of you may be lacking the patience of taking your time with something in your life because you may want it now, but forcing that situation is making it worse. Okay? It's basically like trying to open a coconut for someone who, let's say, doesn't have the skill to do so. It's like you're banging this coconut onto a hard surface. You're trying to like stab it with some knife. You're trying to, do all these things. You get a hammer, you try to knock it out, right? You're doing everything you can, but all you're doing is stressing yourself out and you're not going anywhere with it, right? With some time and patience, with some insight, with some research, whatever it is, you will get the answer on how to open this coconut without having to stress or force it to open. It's as if you're limiting yourself or keeping yourself away from doing what you need to do. Maybe this is also procrastination. Maybe some of you are procrastinating with this. But it's like you're keeping yourself away from what it is that you need to work on or do because, I don't know, maybe it seems too hard or you don't have the confidence to do so. Not the confidence, I would say, I guess the determination with the highwayman here. You don't have the determination or the focus maybe to work on this. And I would suggest something, because I know a lot of people do this in our current time, but I would suggest limiting your screen time. Because you could easily, and I'm not saying like, just in case, let's say you're doing something actually digital that you should be doing, right? Just limiting maybe social media, or, try to not automatically start your day with checking social media, but rather start your day with the actual work itself. That way you have more focus and more time to do what it is you need to do. And then after, when you take your break, maybe then check social media, your messages, emails, whatever. That way you are not being, like, you're not procrastinating, but also distracted from what is actually important here. Okay. So your advice here is that, because this card almost, I think it was about to go up in reverse form, the message I got was that you are not going anywhere with this if you're not prepared to actually move forward and to step into what you need to do. It's like either you have what it takes to do this, or maybe you already worked on some of it, but I'm hearing this is the right step for you. You can move forward with whatever this is. Maybe if you spend the time on it and not be distracted, if you actually took the time, you would be progressing a lot better. You would get the help that you need, the rewards that you need. Things would come to you more easily if you actually stepped into this role that you need to take, right? You just have to do it with patience and with like you need to do it in a smarter way, right? So it's like, yes, maybe hard work is required, but it's like you don't have to like be killing yourself over this, right? You have to work smarter, plan it out, organize it, whatever you need to do, but you need to keep moving forward. And underneath the deck, you got the Strength card. So have the courage in order to move on with this. So group 3, if you need more insight on this topic or any other, whether you need some sort of solution, clarity, or just want to know what you need to know or focus on at this current time in your life, I have linked my Ko-fi commissions down below, where you can basically click and just request a reading on whatever it is you need. It's really quick, and you don't have to worry about like if you're an introvert or something, because the reading is done by email. So you'll just read the answer to whatever question you needed answered and stuff. So check the links down in the description box below, and I will see you next time.